Alright. Welcome back to another video, all you Hollow Table heroes. This is your boy Itachi, and this is Itachi Gaming, and we've got a new series coming to you called My Next 5. And we did one earlier with my next 5 squads or teams that I'm working for Territory Wars and Grand Arena, and even an arena. But this one is going to be the next 5 Zetas, and we're actually going to start with our last 5 Zetas, starting with our most recent, and then work backwards from there, and kind of just go from there. So my most recent Zeta is going to be HK47's Loyalty to the Maker. Alright, and this adds on to his kit if HK47's leader is Darth Revan, which it is. Enemies with protection up can't gain bonus turn meter. And that is pretty big because those Jedi teams love some protection up. Outside of that, the rest of this ability allows, it's a unique, the rest of the unique allows for if HK47's leader is Darth Revan, HK47 has the following: plus 50% defense, offense, potency, and tenacity, plus 30% critical avoidance for each Jedi enemy at the start of the encounter. So if there are 5, that means we're getting plus 150% critical avoidance. That's awesome. Cooldown of Assassination Protocol is reset the first time another Sith Empire ally is defeated. And then we get that enemies with protection up can't gain bonus turn meter, which kind of slows down that green monster Yoda. Alright, so right before that, I put on Self-Reconstruction, which is when HK47 uses an ability during his turn, it deals 25% more damage if the target has Death Mark or Fear. So the rest of it reads: when a buff expires on an enemy, HK47 recovers 5% health and 5% protection. When HK47 uses an ability during his turn, it deals 25% more damage. This is the part that got added on. 25% more damage if the target has Death Mark or Fear, which we do a lot on this team. And his first special, Havoc, is just going to do so much damage. Especially since we're going against so many Jedi in our arena team. So it deals 20% more damage for each Jedi enemy and can't be countered. So again, that's 100% more damage, plus the 25% more if they have Death Mark or Fear. So you can get up to 125% damage on just this unique or special that he has here off that unique. So definitely needed for this Darth Revan team by all means. All right, so before HK47, we were working on Bastila Sean Fallen, the bad girl herself, and we put on her unique Sith Apprentice, which adds plus 50% potency, and Bastila in the character in the leader slot gained foresight for 1 turn at the start of the battle. Now when this first came out, everyone was like, you know, but now it makes a lot of sense for Darth Revan, and with his uniques and stuff like that, and what they do is getting the special debuffs. So the rest of this is Bastila and the character in the leader's slot have plus 50% defense, potency, and tenacity, and gain foresight for 1 turn at the start of the battle. If Bastila's leader is another Sith, whenever an enemy is inflicted with Death Mark, Fear, Marked, or Shock, they both gain 5% offense, stacking up to 100% for the rest of the battle. This ability does not apply to characters in the ally slot. So this does so much for Bastila and Revan, Darth Revan, with the offense. It doesn't spread out to the rest of the team, which is unfortunate. I think it'd be a little too overpowered. She's already really powerful, and a really great character, and definitely needed in that Darth Revan team. All right. So before Bastila, we were on Darth Revan. So let's go over to the bad boy himself. And we did Villain. We actually did Conqueror then Villain. So Villain would have been right before we got to the dark side version, Bastila Sean Fallen. With this adds when Darth Revan's health falls below 50%, it is equalized with the other healthiest ally. So this is just going to give him some of that durability in the match, in the battle. This does not work, however, it does not work if he is defeated So he won't come back alive, he won't revive, but if they can't kill him, he will equalize with the healthiest ally. So on this, when Darth Revan uses an ability during their turn, if the selected target is already inflicted with Death Mark, Fear, or Corrupted Battle Meditation, Darth Revan immediately uses Lacerate. So he's going to follow up with Lacerate. So you can use Insanity, and he's going to follow up with Lacerate. And then when Fear expires on an enemy, they also dispel all buffs on themselves. So if an enemy has Fear on them, it's going to dispel all those buffs that they have on them. So if they're taunting or anything like that, that's going to go away. When Darth Revan's health falls below 50%, and this is the equalization part, so this is just giving him some more survivability. This is why we really need Darth Malik ASAP, because he can just equalize with Darth Malik. Oh, it's crazy. All right, and then before that, so before villain, we did Conqueror. In Conqueror, enemies can't assist or attack again if their attack is targeting Darth Revan. So we did that one first because we're going to upgrade so many Jedi Knight Revans, and there's so much assisting with those Jedi Knight Revan teams and those Jedi. So we put that in there first before we did villain, just to give us a little bit more survivability, so that we weren't getting assisted on and just destroying Revan. So that was a good thing there. Let's go through the rest of this ability because it's a very good ability. Darth Revan has plus 100% defense penetration. At the start of each Sith Empire ally's turn, dispel all foresight on all enemies, which can't be evaded, and that is huge for against those Jedi Knight Revan teams. This is a big counter to Jedi. When a Sith Empire ally is inflicted with ability block or stun, they dispel that debuff and gain ferocity for 2 turns. So ferocity is that special buff or debuff by Darth Revan, but getting away that ability block or stun is good for us. And then enemies can't assist. This is the Zeta that got added on, so they can't be enemies can't assist when they're attacking Revan. That does not count for retribution or anything like that. So that was those were the top 5 that we did last time. Obviously, before that, Lord of Sith, his leadership ability was put on there, and that was really cool. But those were our last 5 that we put on our characters. And so now let's go into what our next 5 are going to be. Starting with the first one I'm going to do as soon as I get those materials is going to be Baldy Jolie Bendo, because we're working on our Jedi Knight Revan team now. So that looks pretty bad. Is going to be our next Zeta. As you can see, I have 0 Zetas because I just put that one on HK47. I believe it was yesterday, maybe it was the day before, I don't know. I just put that one on HK47, so that looks pretty bad. It's going to be our next one, and hopefully this Grand Arena Championship gets us, started on these Zetas with those 3 Zeta materials. That stream will be tonight, so don't forget to miss that. But anyways, that looks pretty bad. This adds revive all defeated Jedi allies at 80% health with crit immunity for 5 turns. There's nothing in the game that gives crit immunity for 5 turns, and this revives all your Jedi, so that's really good. So as you can see here, I need about 5 more Omega ability bats. I need about 19 more of the purples, and then all 20 Zeta mats to put that on. So that will be our next one. Hopefully within a week or 2 we will be able to get there. All right, after that one we're gonna move back over to Jedi Knight Revan. We already have his leadership ability Zeta, and we are going to actually start with Hero and not direct focus. The reason we're going to start with Hero is because this adds Jedi Knight Revan is immune to stun and ability block, and other light side allies also gain half of these bonuses. The bonuses are doubled while Revan is in the leader slot and not the ally slot, which he will be. Now, what bonuses are they talking about? Well, let's read up here at the top. Jedi Knight Revan is immune to stun and ability block. Okay, that's going to get added in with this. But Revan has plus 10% tenacity, health steal, max health, max protection, critical hit avoidance, defense, and critical damage. That's a lot. And then it goes on to say, you know, other light side allies. So before this, let's go to 7. Before this is only Jedi Knight Revan. So when we go to this is going to get shared with the rest of your Jedi allies. They're going to gain those bonuses, and they're going to be doubled because he's going to be in the leadership spot. He shouldn't be really anywhere else. So this is going to be nuts. They're going to get plus 20% tenacity, health, steel, max health, max protection. So yeah, they're just going to be really, really nice and tanky, like those Jedi Knight Revan teams are. All right, now after we do hero, then we'll go over to direct focus with Jedi Knight Revan. So let's look at it before we put the Zeta on it. So before it goes inflict mark on target enemy for 2 turns. This effect can't be resisted, copied, or dispelled. And reduce their turn meter by 50%. Call all Jedi allies to assist, dealing 50% less damage. This attack can't be evaded. Marked is all enemies. If you don't know by now, marked is all enemies will target this unit. It's like putting on a taunt onto someone that doesn't have it. Alright, so when we go to the Zeta, we're going to add buff immunity for 2 turns, which can't be resisted or copied or dispelled, and increase their cooldowns by 1 and stun the target for 1 turn. So we're gonna do this one last. Yes, it increases cooldowns, which is big, and it stuns the target. So you're gonna stun the target, you're gonna increase their cooldowns by 1, so they're gonna like essentially miss 2 turns, which is great. And you're gonna add in buff immunity for 2 turns on them as well. So it's doing quite a few things there, but from a survivability standpoint, hero is really a better Zeta to do first as far as the survivability of the whole team. So we're going to put that on first and then go to direct focus. Alright, so after Jedi Knight Revan and his direct focus, which that was our 3rd Zeta that we'd be putting on that's new, Yoda, the Green Monster, Grandmaster Yoda's battle meditation is what we're going to be doing next. So again, if we look at before the Zeta, Yoda gains tenacity up and protection up 30% for 2 turns, then grants each ally every non-unique buff he has, excluding stealth and taunt, for 2 turns, with a 50% chance to also grant Yoda 35% turn meter. Now, we're going to add on gain foresight for 2 turns plus 50% turn meter instead of 30%. 50% chance to gain turn meter, and an additional plus 10% turn meter for each other living Jedi ally. So he's going to add a whole bunch of turn meter essentially to himself, which makes him really, really fast, which is great. So that'd be the next Zeta that we do. And then after Yoda, our 5th one, our final one that we're going to be putting on is going to go over to Miss Bastila Shan and her initiative leader ability. So before this, it goes at the start of battle, Jedi allies gain 15% turn meter and protection up. 200% can't be dispelled. While Jedi allies have protection up, they deal 35% more damage. We add the Zeta on, and we're going to add 1 turn taunt on Jedi tank allies at start of the encounter. Add plus 150% tenacity and with protection up. So we're adding some tenacity in there, so just making them very, very tanky. This is a great leadership. We use her on defense quite a bit in Grand Arena, and so I really need to have that Zeta on her. But that is going to be my 5th Zeta that we do. Alright, those are my Zetas that I'm going to be doing. You got to see the previous ones and the ones we're going to be doing next. Let me know what your next 5 Zetas are going to be. Let me know if you like this content. You know, what's up next as far as the next 5 squads, next 5 Zetas. So we can do the next 5 characters. You know, it may not be squads, but it's going to be the next 5 series is what this is going to be, and we're just going to talk about the next 5 things that I'm going to be doing in the game. Next 5 ships, man, there's all kinds of stuff that we could do with this. So also we did the next 5 squads earlier today. I'll leave a link up in the corner, right hand corner. I think I gotta point this way. Yeah, right hand corner for you guys to actually see that video if you haven't seen it yet. All right, that's all I've got for you guys. Don't forget to tune in later on tonight around 11 p.m. after Game of Thrones, final episode for the series. I'm kind of stoked about that, and sad all at the same time. But make sure you tune in after Game of Thrones tonight to come see Grand Arena Live. It is the championship round, ladies and gentlemen. Whoop, 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 whoop. Looking for 2 more championships on 2 accounts. 1 account we kind of messed up on. Probably could have been headed to the championship round, but that is okay. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscription button. And give me a thumbs up if you really like this video, so I know the content that you guys like and want to see more of. And I greatly appreciate that. Thank you to all my subscribers out there, all 82 of y'all. Thanks for all the love. Yeah. Thank y'all very much. Let's keep that rocking and rolling with the subs. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. I will say the studio is going to be changing here soon because right now I'm in my son's room. But my fiance's niece just moved out, so that means there's a room open that we're going to use for my office anyway, which would include my studio. I just have to order some things, some sound panels and stuff like that, and we'll get that up and running. All right, my friends. Until next time, y'all, throw out them deuces.